One of the most important values in the game is penetration. Being able to butter through your opponent's armor without having to aim for weak spots can actually be quite massive, and it's one of the major reasons why tank destroyers like the Hori are such dominant vehicles in any battle they play. Great heat pen heavies as well, like the T-57 Heavy at 363mm, the Kron with 363, the T-95E6 with 363, are also fantastic because when going up against other heavy tanks, they really just don't need to worry about if they're going to be able to pen or not. It's more if you just know where to aim. So what if I told you there's a Tier 7 with the same penetration as Tier 10s. In fact, more than the majority of Tier 10 heavies and every single medium. Well, I'm not kidding. It's called the SU-100M1. I've talked about this tank a little bit on the channel in the past, and I think that this tank is an absolute blast to play because of how much penetration it does feature. The SU-100M1 with calibrated shells has 363mm of heat pen at Tier 7. What the absolute heck? You can literally turn any armor in front of you into butter, and it's never even going to be a struggle. If you fight Tier 8s, there is not a single Tier 8 that is going to withstand the heat that you feature. You can butter through a VK100 upper plate or a VK168 upper plate. You can pen an IS-3 probably in the turret at certain spots. It's kind of crazy. When you pair that with solid DPM, good accuracy, and great mobility, the SU-100M1 has a lot of things going for it. The big downside is that it's a Soviet tank destroyer with about 2 degrees of gun depression, so there's not many angles you can work, but if you can get this gun in a proper position, it will farm, because the chance of you bouncing is slim to none. Ah yes, I bet these Tier 6s are really going to enjoy being aimed at by more pen than they will ever even imagine seeing until they get to like Tier 9. Alrighty, well, where are we gonna go? As I said, the big problem with this vehicle is its gun depression. That there is max gun depression. So, yeah, there's not many positions you are able to properly work in a tank like this. But, if you can find a spot where this vehicle can perform well, then it does fine. It's just, that's the major downside. It's mobile, it actually has somewhat troll armor, and we have a Tiger 1 camping in our spawn. How fun. Alright, well, let's poke over here and see if anybody's going to drive here. We do have the KV-3 spotted in mid. Okay, well, we should be able to get at least one shell out. Look at this pen. That's our AP. The AP already is enough pen to literally turn the KV-3 into powder. And, I mean, that's without even loading gold. That's just how much pen this thing has. That's what's crazy about it. Is there anyone on the KV-3 again? There you go, another nice shot. KV-3 actually misses, which means if we put on our adrenaline, we'll be able to get another shell out. There you go. And, yeah, dude's not enjoying life all too much, I will say that right now. Let's just load gold. I mean, we can turn the upper plate of that vehicle into paper. Alright, well, we got the KV-2 off to the side. There you go, nice shot for 296. We can see how accurate this gun is. It's surprisingly good. You know what's really crazy is this is actually the original T-54 gun. A lot of people don't realize this, but yeah, the T-54, when it was first introduced into the game, had the same penetration as some tank destroyers, which is kind of insane, actually. And, yeah, this vehicle was kind of, well, not this vehicle, but the T-54 and Object 140 were kind of busted when they were first introduced into the game, and they absolutely dominated the meta. And it's one of the major reasons why mediums don't have so much pen now, is because of the fact Wargaming was like, wait a second, that sounds a little overpowered. Alright, well, our Tiger's just going right over the ridge, and we actually have the silencer and everybody else over here. Let's get a pen into the silencer once. He's going to shoot my teammate once and twice, so we are going to finish him off. Alright, not too bad. Tiger's taken quite a bit of heat off to our side over there, so we're just going to drive on up. And hoo-ah! That was actually a pretty good ram for this tank. And, oh, really? That was just an awful shot from me. I will admit that. The gun arc on this vehicle is not very good. Because of that, it can be a little bit sussler. Oh, look at that armor the Basoto has. Oh yeah, he's really going to get bounces. However, we might get penned by the Frosties, so I don't really want to get penned by that. As well paired with the Basoto. So let's get a shell into him. Back up, back up, back up. All right, we're alive so far. Yes, he bounced me again. And we finish off the Basoto. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. 4 kills, 3,237 damage dealt. I bet that's going to be an ace. Let's see. I can't imagine people do all too well in the SU-100M1. And come on, give me that ace. Yeah, there you go. We even got 4 kills, which is a pretty solid result. Yeah, I think this tank's an absolute blast. I don't think it's great. Like, there's definitely a lot of options that can do better. With, what is it? I think it's 4 degrees of gun depression. Maybe 3, but there's no way it's only 2. Oh my god, it is actually only 2. Holy bad. I actually thought that it was like 3 or 4 degrees, because that's like what the 263 has, but nope, it's actually 2 degrees of gun depression. Well, that's the downside right there. Like, everything else about the tank, as I said, is solid. It's got DPM, it's got the pen, it's got mobility, and it even has some troll armor against equal and lower tiered opponents. It's just the fact that the vehicle has 2 degrees of gun depression. So, yeah, that's going to be your main killer. But, I mean, again, as you saw in that first game, pen was not the issue, and neither was the DPM or the accuracy. Because of that, it was actually quite a fun game. Alright, we arrive on Castilla, which is not my favorite map if I'm in a heavy tank, but it is quite a good map if you're in a tank destroyer, because you can sit on this ridgeline back here and hopefully get some spots out. Unfortunately, our KV-2 is clearly a little bit lost as he's just turning his turret. And then we have an AFK ARL. So, what amazing teammates I have been gifted. Alright, well, might just move over towards medium side, because our KV-2 is literally just looking like I... Okay, we're just going to head over here. He's got to find his gas pedal. It's fine, guys, it's fine. Alright, well, let's go this way, and we'll see what we can do. I like how that silencer's asking for scouts to spot, as all of our mediums are on the medium flank, and like, what? Alright, well, we've lost our VK-28. Not surprising. Seems like he kind of just YOLO'd into the open and expected for greatness. But hey, he gave the enemy team some farm, so if that's what he was looking for, it did work out in that way. Alright, we have the Stritzvon in front, and bonk, there you go. Nice shot. We got to back up now, and let's hope the rest of our team gets some shells out. The only problem with this... What am I looking at there? How the heck did that bounce? I have no clue how that actually ended up bouncing. Alright, well, it's okay. We got to pen into the Stritzvon as it is. We're just going to wiggle. We got 1 bounce, and we got to pen into him. He's going to be dead in a moment anyway. There you go. Give the SU-100 all the way in the back. Yeet! Nice. 318 damage shot. As I said, this gun, it's pretty accurate for the most part, which means you will hit the majority of shots you fire. What did I spot? What? I swear that was the you spotted something noise. Either way, we got the KV-2 in the distance. There you go. 322 damage shell into his tank. We got 1,500 damage on our table so far. Will the KV-2 poke it again? I bet he will. Quite confident he will, actually. But I don't know if I have the patience to wait for him to poke it again. I might just move up. Oh, there's the Tiger P. Let us go. Oh, we also got the VK-30 in mid. Alright, let's aim it on the VK-30 really quickly. There you go. 274 shot. Not bad. SU-100 has bled about half of his health at this point. I don't know. I actually really do well in this tank. Like, maybe I'm just really weird, and I do well in tanks that, like, you shouldn't do well in, but the DPM is so nice on this tank. It's like a solid 2,700 with my current loadout, and when you pair that with the incredibly good penetration, I just do super, super well in this tank. So there you go. Nice clear into you. And then we have the Tiger P all the way in the back. Not able to hit him at this current position, though. KV-2 just shot, so we're going to push over here. We're going to aim it on the KV-2. Oh, really? 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 That's sad. Alright. Well, all they have left is the KV-2. And the Stritzvon 74. So, kind of hoping we can just poke the KV. I don't think he's going to poke it again, though. Doesn't look like he was going to, at least. Oh, that's not good. Because I'm next. Alright, well, our KV-2 has just figured out how to start driving. Our ARL is up on top of Castilla Hill, which isn't very beneficial to anyone. But looked like that Tiger P was heading over here. Yeah, there's the Tiger P. Alright. Well, oh, no, that's not what I want. Nope. Okay, good. The KV missed. That's kind of a big dub right there. Alright, let's reload and... Yeah, get hatched! Alright, so it looks like the KV-2 is in the back, which he is. And... there you go. Nice. 325 shot into his vehicle. He's gone. Okay, well, we're up to 2,800 damage now, which is already very good. We got the Tiger P in front. We got a nice 300 damage shot into him. And we've got our adrenaline on. Let's just load some gold and butter through his entire upper plate. I mean, that amount of pen is so stupid that we can literally just turn his entire armor profile into nothing, really. So there you go. Another solid game. That was quite an enjoyable experience in the SU-100M1, to be honest. Both games were very easy wins and pretty solid farms. 3,500 damage, 2 kills, and another ace. So there you have it. This is why sometimes having penetration is kind of crazy. I, in fact, played another game in the SU-100 earlier before I started today's video, and that was also a 3K ace. So in total today, I have played 3 battles in the SU-100M1. I have averaged 3,300 and gotten 3 aces. I don't know what else to say. We'll see how long we can keep it going in the future, I guess. Either way, probably the last time I make a video on this tank for at least another year or 2, but figured I might as well, just in case you're grinding down the line and you wanted to know what this vehicle can do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.